Been in this a long time, so it's a long road. I basically lived in the West and East Village all my life, and moved about 10 blocks in that time. And growing up in the 60s with my father owning the Ninth Circle, I was surrounded by music a lot. I met, like at the Ninth Circle, working there as a kid, I served Janis Joplin. I met Jimi Hendrix there. I met John Lennon there and Charles Mingus. Probably, I was pretty taken back, but probably not as much as I am looking back on it. It definitely influenced me. Mother's Invention lived down the hall from me. There were all sorts of music people surround me, along with my mother being a jazz singer. She had the band members from Chet Baker's band, who my father originally was manager of before the Ninth Circle. So when I kind of fell into, I was kind of into record collecting right off, like in the late 60s. And I was DJing for my friends at home. And I was about 14 when I got an opportunity to play at my father's place, because he made a disco there. And I feel like New York in particular, especially that time, had a huge influence on me. It was a great place to be, and kind of shaped who I am today. Really value that road. Putting them all together, I have to admit that the beginning of my career in the early 70s was probably the most magical. And I just feel that you really appreciated everything. You walk into a club or you hear a record and you just think this was the most fantastic thing. I can remember just walking into a club the first time, seeing a mirror ball and going, wow, this is incredible. And I have a problem with, I guess, kids today, where they first see stuff on the net and then experience it. If they see this unbelievable light show, they're probably yawning before, right on the first experience, going, well, big deal. It's quite a different thing. And music, I thought, was a lot more thought out and had more feeling. These were bands that when they put out a record, they, there was a reason for being put out. They put out their money, they'd gotten it right, there was a message in the song, and all the music together seemed to have a message. And good DJs took you on a journey. They wove a message. I think New York in particular, rents and real estate have just, they've really hit the city as far as music and clubs go hard. I think nowadays, if you hear about a new club, most likely, I very rarely recommend a club to people. I recommend a party, because most clubs today, right off the bat, they're looking for bottle service and sell champagne and pack it in with whoever pays. And I think that it's probably worse in places like New York, where the real estate rules. The stores that were around were having such a hard time with the high rents and the changes, that their focus became really on surviving, and not long-term, or what else could make this work. And I always felt that, the social side of it was really important. I felt that, I remember when a place in Brooklyn called Halcyon, it still exists, but they had a store on Smith Street. And I thought it was an ideal situation that more places should follow, that it was really a cafe record store. And it was in a great location where people ended up meeting each other there and waiting for people or listening to music as they were dealing with a cafe. And it was more of a meeting place and turned people on to music that they normally wouldn't have just gone to the store to do. And I thought a lot of places missed the boat on that kind of element. And you know, today I still feel that if someone were to kind of approach it from that angle, there might be a little shot of resurgence. If people don't get out and meet each other in this fashion, there's a big loss in the community, and the way people relate to music, get turned on to music, and kind of, you know, exchange notes in a way. If you don't relate to anybody, then you're probably going to feel it less.